Check 1 2. Check 1 2. TC here, sitting here down in Florida. I don't live in Syracuse no more. I recently moved to Florida. I don't know how long I will be down here, but I'm down here now. But I just want to continue talking about politics. Well, not continue because I ain't said shit about it in a couple of months, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it today because the presidential elections are coming up on us. And I said, a couple months back, I dropped a video about how, Barack might be waking up and blah, blah, blah. Well, knowing what I know about politics, politicians never wake up. They're beholden to the money powers. But that being said, the common man has to look at it this way. You got to vote for you want to vote, you ain't got to vote. You want to vote for somebody. Okay? And if I were a voting man, because I did vote in 2008, but if I were still a voting man, I guess I have to, in spite of what I said earlier, given the choice I have, I have to vote for Barack Obama again. Why? Because I firmly believe that if Mitt Romney is elected into the White House, is elected president, some catastrophic event is going to happen. Something going to happen. We're going to go to war somewhere. They're going to find a reason to start some global crisis that's going to land us in some conflict somewhere that's going to strip away more of our rights. And I believe that it's going to cause a lot of people to get killed. And most of those people that get killed are going to be poor, working class people. Poor people who join the military from this country, and poor, impoverished people who live in the country that we wind up going to war with. Probably Iran or maybe Venezuela. Those are the two countries that they're looking at out of one eye. So I guess the point of all this is, yeah, Barack Obama, he uses the drone strikes and he takes guys out 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time. But he don't take guys out, people out, and whole neighborhoods out, 5,000, 100,000 at a time. You know what I mean? When we go to war somewhere. So if I were gonna vote, I guess that's the way I would have to vote. I mean, because Democrat or Republican, you're still getting the same set of shit, but at least with the Democrats in power for the last 4 years, the wars that have been going on, they're making us believe that they're winding those wars down. But given what I know about the United States and war, the shit never goes away. But that's what we're being led to believe. So yeah, when you get out there and vote with that in mind. If Mitt Romney gets in that White House, or if a Republican wins the White House this time around, some kind of shit gonna happen. Some catastrophic event is gonna happen that's gonna cause us to go into another war. I mean, he already said that he's gonna dump a bunch of money into spend more money on defense. Like we don't already spend enough money on defense. And when you spend money on defense, you spend money on all the industries that make money off defense. And if you're spending money on defense, that means building up the armed forces and whatnot. You got to have something for all of, you got to have something for all the military money to be used for. In other words, you got to have a war to, keep it going. Otherwise, you're just going to stockpile bombs and guns and planes and tanks and shit. No, you got to have somewhere to use all this stuff. So what you do is you create a situation where you have to go to war. Like when Iraq, with that bullshit George Bush did, and Vietnam, and so on and so forth. It was all bullshit. So you have to create it, and all that's going to happen is another situation going to be created where we have to go to war. And if you ain't with it, you're going to be considered un-American, you ain't a patriot, you ain't this, you ain't that. And that's all just a bunch of bullshit so that they can get, their agenda off. So get out there and vote if you want to. Vote if you need to. Vote if it makes you feel good. But just know that if you get out there and you fuck around and you vote for Mitt Romney because you think Barack Obama has done a fucked up job, just know that at the end of the day, when the bullets start flying and we start going to war and we start sending thousands of troops into somebody's country, because they threatening our so-called interests, just know I told you that this shit was going to happen. Anyway, that's all for now. Peace.